Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Best Life and Beyond. We are at Disneyland and we are listening to the D23 Parks and Resorts panel.
If you're not familiar, this is pretty much the biggest set of announcements that we'll get for all of the parks all around the world. But today we're mainly going to be focusing on Disneyland and Walt Disney World, as those are the two parks that we frequently cover.
Yeah.
So we're going to share with you, like Spencer said, we're going to share with you the news. We're going to give you our thoughts and reactions and just kind of share the news with you. If you haven't heard every little detail yet, we're going to go over it all today.
All right, so this first announcement was a pretty big one, and it came right at the top of the presentation. We were actually walking into the park when this happened. We were listening as we were going through the front gates of Disneyland, but it was about Walt Disney World.
Yes, Happily Ever After is coming back.
The big fireworks show.
I'm assuming it'll be in January. I think that's what they said. I couldn't remember, but pretty sure it's happening in January, so probably once the holiday season's over, the 50th anniversary is over, Happily Ever After is coming back, and I can't think of a better way to celebrate a day at Walt Disney World than watching Happily Ever After. It's such a good show. Yeah. Fans are so excited about this as well as us.
It's always been a very well-received show, and people are really excited that it's coming back, along with us. We got to see it.
Oh, yeah.
I think we saw it on its last night.
Yes, we did.
Before the 50th celebration started. So very excited about that announcement. So once we heard that, we finally got settled here in Tomorrowland so we could sit down and really pay attention and give you our reactions to these things. And here is the next thing that happened.
Well, I figure this is the perfect place to introduce people to something new, right?
It's like the Mandalorian.
Well, it looks like you got a little friend there.
No way.
Aww.
Safe journeys, man. Good to see you.
Yes.
There it is. That's your first look at Mando and Grogu live and in person.
Yes.
Working on this thing, I can't tell you for years. And to the credit of Josh and the team and the Imagineers, they came down to the studio. They worked with Legacy and
Grogu.
Cross paths with these two guys at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge inside Disneyland, starting in mid-November. So just
mid-November.
Oh, Grogu, November.
Thanks for being here today. Thanks for
Wow, that's so cool.
That's
that
awesome.
will be massive.
That's massive.
The Mandalorian and Grogu, they are actually going to be doing a character meet and greet in Disneyland. We can't wait for that. I think that's going to be so well received by fans. People are going to be so excited.
They brought out the Mandalorian with Grogu as an example of probably what you're going to see and hear.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. I mean, I think everybody's been waiting for this for a long time. They said they'd had this planned way before the park shut down, and it's finally going to be realized, and I couldn't be more excited because I love me some Grogu. Oh, Grogu. And the next thing we heard about was just across the Esplanade over at Disney California Adventure. Big news about Avengers Campus. And that announcement involves another meet and greet. Katie, what was it?
Yeah, it's the Incredible Hulk. It was pretty cool that we're actually going to get it. That's actually starting next week.
Yeah.
We're getting an Incredible Hulk. I think he said for a limited time. The next thing we talked about is how King Thanos is going to be part of the new attraction for the multiverse. It sounds like Avengers Campus is just expanding and getting more and more successful.
And that attraction is going to have like a ton of characters, a ton of...
I think they said every character in some form,
that's
including,
really cool.
you know, King Thanos. So that's really cool.
Also, in Disney California, this huge update, we didn't even expect this. I didn't think this was happening. I haven't even heard any spoilers about this. They kept this way on the down low. Pacific Wharf is going to be transformed into San Francisco. They showed a picture of the Wharf Bridge. That looked really kind of modified and different.
It looks fantastic. I love seeing the colors. They said it's going to be shopping, dining, and most importantly, I think things that people are most excited about is that we're going to have Baymax meet and greet.
Baymax
I'm so excited.
Coming to the parks. How cool is that? So
I can't believe it. It's finally happening. We get to meet Baymax.
Yeah, we do. And then right across the street from DCA, we've heard that this was going to happen. The Paradise Pier Hotel is finally officially gotten its name, Pixar Place Hotel. it's arrived.
Yeah, they said we're going to have all the characters, all of your favorite Disney Pixar characters are going to be there. There's a really cool looking splash pad that they're doing with a Finding Nemo theme in the pool area, and I think that is going to be awesome. Really excited to see that when that happens, so that should be coming very, very soon.
Pixar Charlie is very excited about this, by the way.
Pixar Place Hotel.
Okay, and then over to Downtown Disney, we're finally getting some definitive news about what's going on over there in the front portion by the Disneyland Hotel that's going to be completely reimagined. It's just a big dirt lot right now, but we finally got word officially of Din Tai Fung, one of our favorite restaurants, coming to Downtown Disney.
Which they had confirmed Din Tai Fung, but they hadn't confirmed Porto's. That's actually the new thing.
Porto's Bakery.
So good.
Very sought after. Amazing stuff. Kind of a Cuban influence. Unbelievable place. We've been there. They have multiple locations in Los Angeles and Orange County, but we're getting one at Downtown Disney.
The biggest one that people tend to go to is over in Buena Park. And we've gone there so many times. The lines are crazy for good reason. They are delicious. So Porto's is coming to Downtown Disney, and we couldn't be happier.
I am so happy about that. Something else coming back to the Disneyland Resort, Run Disney. It's the Disney-themed marathons that they do in the very early morning. People love these. They've been doing them at Walt Disney World forever. We used to have them here. They haven't been back in a while.
We haven't had one since 2017.
Yeah.
And I used to love it because it's so fun to go. They used to kind of finish near the Disneyland Hotel. I remember something close to there. And I used to love watching and cheering. And now we finally get to have that back.
It's really cool. I love seeing people get those medals. I mean, it's an awesome thing. So Run Disney is back. All right, this next one, we've known about this. Toontown getting its huge refurb. It's been closed for some time now because it's underway. But more importantly, and more specifically, Runaway Railway, West Coast. We got to look at the queue, the El Capitan Theater. We got to look at the inside, which we've not seen yet. We're getting kind of our own special version, specific to us and the El Capitan Theater as far as the queue and the pre-show. Yeah,
it looks a lot more interactive than the Walt Disney World version. But I'm really excited to see how that's going to be. Toontown in general, they were giving us some looks, kind of what we saw in the model. If you didn't catch our first D23 video, it's kind of a lot of the same stuff we saw there. We're getting, Donald's boat. We're going to have a nice splash pad. We're going to have more interactive play, more sensory. So we kind of got shown some concept art for that. And, it's going to be really exciting, and that's coming sooner than we think. 2023 is just around the corner.
That's right. Like Katie said, we've got some footage of it at D23 of the actual model in 3D. There's the interactive fountain. There's Walt's Dreaming Tree, Centennial Park. It just looks like they've really kind of done a nice concept for that. I'm really excited about that. And now on to something else that we also covered at D23, but they gave us a little more insight into some of the concept and research and development. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Yes,
it is already getting me so excited. They were talking just about how they were doing so much research, how the concept of this whole thing is going to really make you fall in love with New Orleans.
They literally said it's a love letter to New Orleans.
They were saying, like, if you haven't been there, it's going to make you want to go there. And if you've gone, you're going to want to go back. It's going to feel like home.
Food inspired.
They did a lot of food. And they're actually going to have the voice actors and actresses from the film do the voice acting in the attraction.
Which doesn't really happen that often. Usually it's a sound-alike, but it's really cool that they're actually using the actors. They've hired them to do the voices. They talked about Tianas Restaurant. It's just, I'm really excited.
Just the whole backstory, there's so much to it. So that is going to be coming in 2024, I think, and that's going to be at Disneyland and Walt Disney World. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be huge. I think that's going to be a massive expansion just from New Orleans Square all the way to Critter Country. It's going to be a whole new thing, and I can't wait for it.
Okay, for this next update, we're going to jump over to Florida, to the East Coast, specifically Epcot. Pretty much the mascot, I would say, of Epcot. Our friend, one of Katie's favorites, Figment is going to come as a meet and greet, which I think they used to have back in the day with the Dreamfinder, and they didn't say anything about the Dreamfinder, but Figment himself is going to be available for meet and greets and photos and all sorts of good stuff. So I am really excited about that. I felt like he was not getting his fair share of attention like he should, and rightfully so. Figment
I'm
is
so
back.
excited that I get to go meet Figment. I can't wait. I wonder if it'll be like it used to be. Will it be different? I mean, there's so many things they could do with this, so I'm curious to see how they make it happen, but regardless, it's going to be incredible, and I can't wait.
Now this next one caught me off guard because I didn't expect any kind of updates or anything new for my favorite attraction of all time, the Haunted Mansion. Now, we're talking about the Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom version. They never had a Hatbox Ghost.
No, they never got one, just Disneyland.
And I felt terrible about that, but guess what? They're getting a Hatbox Ghost at the Walt Disney World Haunted Mansion.
How cool is that? That is so exciting.
Well deserved.
That's massive news. I think that's just going to be so cool for guests coming there. I know even for us, like, we're going to go see the East Coast Hattie.
East Coast Hattie, yeah.
It's happening.
All right, also at Magic Kingdom, we saw this coming. It's been in the works for many, many years, and it's finally going to come to fruition. I think 2023, spring, they said, roughly.
Yeah.
Tron is almost done. It's this close. They showed a ride-through with Josh tomorrow. He got to sample it. They only showed the outside part that you can see from the park and from the people mover.
No inside the show building.
No inside. No spoilers on that yet, but it looks like a lot of fun. I cannot wait to ride Tron, and the fact that it's actually kind of hard date of early 2023. Pretty
Spring
cool.
2023, we got it. So that's coming sooner than we think.
Now let's jump over to one of our favorite parks of all time, the Animal Kingdom. They are reimagining Dinoland, and we've seen it the last time we were there. They had started to dismantle and take out some of the original stuff. Well, it looks like Zootopia is moving in.
Well, Zootopia or Moana, I think it might be more Moana.
Yeah.
They said they're still in the blue sky phases of it where they're trying to dream up what they could possibly be doing.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's like maybe a combo of Zootopia and Moana. Maybe it's all just Moana from the concept art that they put out.
Yeah.
It looks like it's more Moana. We'll see what they're going to end up doing, but at least we got kind of a little glimpse that like, hey, this is where our heads are at. So we at least kind of know where they're going.
Because it's early phases of that concept. So interesting. We'll have to see how that pans out.
Okay, so another thing, speaking of blue sky phase where there's no concrete plans yet, probably the most shocking in my opinion.
Didn't see this coming.
Yes, over in Magic Kingdom, they're talking about what is beyond the ridge of Big Thunder Mountain. And this is massive. They gave us a look at Coco. They gave us a look at Encanto. And then the thing that literally blew my head off was the villains. I don't know what is going on. We don't know for sure what's going to happen. This would double the size of Magic Kingdom if they end up doing this could be a whole new land. I mean, I don't even know what to say about this.
I'm just excited that for the longest time I've been saying we need a Coco dark ride at the very least because how vibrant the colors and the
beautiful.
story. I just thought it was the perfect dark ride, and we may get even more than that. Like Katie said, this isn't blue sky. This is early development, so I don't know. The
dreaming of saying, like, could we ride in El Abrije? I hope I said that right. Could we go to the Madrigal House? I don't know. It truly shocked me. I still need to process that.
Okay, back to the West Coast to Disneyland and the 100th celebration of the company that is Disney.
It's going to be called Years of Wonder. It's a platinum celebration.
Like the ears that you got.
Yes, I did pre-order those. So what they're saying is over at Disneyland, that's going to be kind of where
the headquarters,
the main hub of it all is going to be. And we're going to have some platinum accents throughout the park, kind of like the Diamond Anniversary, the 50th anniversary with the gold.
Right.
So I think it'll be something like that. We're going to get food, merchandise, entertainment throughout the park. But the most important thing that I grasped when they brought that up is that we're getting Magic Happens back in the park.
That's pretty exciting.
I literally cried.
We literally talked about it a couple nights ago at Oogie Boogie when we saw Merlin running around.
Yeah.
And I was calling it Magic Happens Merlin because That's one of our favorite characters from
He's
that
the
parade.
star of the show.
We love the music. That parade wasn't around long before the parks got shut down.
I think it was only around for maybe a month
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah,
so
it was still very new, and we were just getting used to it and starting to love it.
I think for me, it's going to definitely have a very, very emotional reaction to that.
Yeah, because of the timeline of it coming out just before the world broke.
And not only that, that was the last time the parks were, per se, pretty normal, where we didn't have reservations.
It was normal as we knew it. Yeah,
life was so good when that parade happened. So
Yeah.
it will be weird to see it in this new frame of Disneyland. Maybe the 100th could be a really good version and bring back that spark and energy that we loved so much during the 50th and the 60th and so on.
Let's real quick take a look at our reaction to that.
The special live entertainment moments that will pop up across the resort, including
Live entertainment?
the long-awaited return of the Magic Happens.
Yes! Magic Happens coming back!
Dude.
January.
Merlin's
Yes.
coming back! Another thing we heard about for the 100th over at DCA, World of Color 1. Brand new World of Color show.
Yeah, which will be very different. They said it's focused on storytelling,
Yeah.
new characters, old characters. I feel like it's going to be really nostalgic on and really focus on the history of Disney, which is really exciting. I'm curious to see what they're going to do over there because World of Color is fantastic.
It is.
I wonder if we're going to get new technology. As you know, they just kind of redid the whole panel, if you will, or
the
whatever
tables,
it
I
is,
think
the
they call
circuit
them.
board or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how that's going to be, but either way, it's exciting. Just having new shows and entertainment, it really makes this park. So I'm curious to see how that's going to turn out. For the 100th anniversary over at Disneyland, we are also getting a new fireworks spectacular
Yes.
called Wondrous Journey. We got a peek into the song and a little bit of the projection art that they're going to show us. So it looks really cool, really colorful, very beautiful. They said it'll cover 60 different studio films.
Wow.
I mean, I'm interested. They played the song for us. We'll play a little bit for you. And now, after hearing that, I don't know if it's maybe just the version that they were, because it was that live, almost, you know, something. I wasn't falling in love with the song. By the way, the song is called "It's Wondrous."
Yeah, because a lot of times the fireworks spectacular music is very big and full, the sound.
Yeah.
And this seemed a little more stripped down.
Yeah.
But like you said, it could have been the version they were playing for the stage. So
Right.
we'll see what happens. And also,
if it's that version though, in the fireworks show where it's very like, it was very like mellow. I don't like that for a show. But that also that was not the full thing. So
sure, it could be recorded differently for the show because
and that could just be a tiny little segment. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but I do know the art looks amazing. The little bits that we saw as far as like what the projection mapping will look like. It looks like it's going to be a wonderful show, and celebrating the 100th anniversary is going to be really exciting here at Disneyland. It sounds like that's
I hope so.
a main focus that they're working on.
Yeah, I hope it's a really grand time, and I look forward to it. Okay, we just relocated because the Disneyland band showed up to entertain everyone.
How terrible.
They're amazing, but it would be hard for you guys to hear what we had to say now. They mentioned a lot of other things in the parks panel about the overseas parks, some stuff about the Disney cruise lines, very exciting stuff. But we said we're only going to cover Disneyland and Walt Disney World, the places that we frequent, and not bore you with the other stuff that, you know, we don't really have access to or go to. So with that in mind, there were some things that didn't get talked about that I think disappointed a lot of people. We're already reading stuff online, people who feel the same as we do, where we didn't get the news that we thought we were going to get. Everybody been talking about it for the last couple of months. We got no news or updates about Tomorrowland. And that was the whole reason we came to Tomorrowland to do this video. We thought once we hear the announcement, we'll be able to kind of like show, hey, look, this is what they're going to do over here, and blibbity blah, and maybe compare the photo, the concept photo with reality, and well, nothing about Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it was a pretty massive letdown, especially if you've come to our Tomorrowland, and we've talked about this in videos before.
Yeah.
It's extremely kind of a mess back here.
Well, compared to what it used to be, it was my favorite land as a kid, and it was so much kinetic energy and so much going on, and what it's come to now is it's dismal compared to what it used to be. I have to say that.
Yeah, and I think when they alluded to what they're doing, actually they shared what they're doing with Launch Bay. They're actually going to make it a DVC lounge, like a space-themed lounge for them.
Which that's cool.
But I kind of thought that was like our little jumping-off point, that we would actually see some more from that. And we
also,
didn't.
I thought maybe that was going to be the thing that, we're not going to get new movement, because I kept hearing rumors that they were going to tear that building down.
See, I went the complete opposite.
Yeah.
I totally was thinking, hey, that's a starting point, and we're going to hear more in the Disney Parks panel, but we didn't. So that was like the big thing that really stuck out in my mind. And then once we were done, I started to think about, why didn't they talk about an official, give us more details about the Magic Band Plus that's coming to Disneyland? We do know that it'll be here by, what was it, January?
Yeah, I mean, they were featuring it over there at D23.
They said before the year is over, we will have our Magic Band Pluses at Disneyland. Right. And that was just information we got while we were at the expo.
Right.
So that was, something that I felt like was kind of lacking. I thought we would hear a bit more about that. The other thing, Tarzan's Treehouse.
Nothing.
The treehouse has been closed for almost a year now, maybe a year.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear anything about it. At least give us an idea of what the theme is going to be. So that was a little disappointing as well.
Yeah, especially when they're talking about all this blue sky stuff of like early concept stuff over on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. So what I'm to gather is that there's not even early concept for Tomorrowland. Or
there is, and why are they not? I mean, they're obviously farther in the work on the treehouse, clearly.
Yeah,
but so why haven't you? This would have been the place to share it.
Are they saving it for 2 years from now for the next D23? I don't know.
Yeah, or could it be, because I think in Orlando they have some sort of an expo now, so it could be something there. But it just, I don't know. I guess that was a little bit more of like a what's going on type thing.
Yeah, honestly, I think along with everybody else, we were waiting the entire time. Like, I was happy about a lot of things that we heard.
Yes, yeah.
But I think we were waiting the entire time to hear about Tomorrowland. That was going to be the big crescendo. Like I said, that's why we came over to Tomorrowland to shoot this video.
Yeah.
We were convinced that was going to be something mentioned and not a peep. So
yeah, it was definitely a really big shocker for us that there was just such a big lack of that information. But on the bright side, like you said, we're getting Magic Happens. We're getting a new firework show.
We're getting Portos.
New World of Color. We're getting Portos. Magic Kingdom is getting I mean, that to me, I don't like that it's just a blue sky thing. I wish there was a little bit more
really
definitive.
Far off. Yeah.
But I like that that's the direction they're going, and they're dreaming in a way that's going to be wonderful for the youth of today and tomorrow. Sure. I think when we're thinking and hearing about all these things, from Avengers Campus to Toontown, I couldn't help myself but cry so many times today. Yeah. Because I kept thinking about all these kids that are going to have just so many new fantastic experiences.
Yeah. It's not like we didn't hear good things. It's just that we thought for sure we were going to hear these other things. So, mixed bag, I guess. Look at the bright side, the glass half full. We are getting some cool stuff. Magic Happens is coming back.
Yep.
I
really wanted to paint the night something. I was kind of hoping but I'll take Magic Happens because it was so good. I'm happy about that. I missed that song.
Like you said, Josh Tomorrow does a great job.
Presenting.
He's a great speaker. He gets excited. You can tell he's actually a fan as well as being an executive over there. His enthusiasm is infectious, so he did a great job. Little disappointed, like I said. What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments how you feel about all the stuff that got announced, and how do you feel about the things that weren't announced. And that's it. That's all we got. I hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much to all of our Patreon members. And again, please subscribe to our channel. We'll keep you updated. And we're going to be here in these parks sharing it as it happens. So again, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it.
And we'll see you next time on Best Life and Beyond. Bye-bye, everybody.